GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
So, Fat Man, so has this become the Diabetes Podcast?
It's always been the Diabetes Podcast.
Okay, fair. You got me there. Well, while we're getting full, let's talk about Full Gear.
Aw.
Yeah, well, it could be worse on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
Just a Fat Man.
And welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Today on the show, we have a strange man in a strange land, Don Martini.
Oh, yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Ryan Williams is with us today.
I look up and Ryan looks like one of those people who doesn't want to be identified.
Yes. I don't blame him. Ladies and gentlemen, the unidentified Ryan Williams.
All he has to do is just cover his voice.
I don't like what's happening in my company. That's why I'm blowing the whistle.
Yeah. So, three fat people are on a show. We're going to talk about wrestling. Mainly Full Gear. But before we actually do that, I just want to take a little shout out because today's actually a special day for us. Today officially is, well, depending on how you look at it, our official 9th year anniversary. We've been doing this show for 9 years now. And for good, bad, or indifferent, and with all beautiful, oh my God, thank you. Thank you.
So you're eating and I'm eating. Fuck this shit.
It's fucking Diabetes Day on the wrestling show. It doesn't matter.
And Ryan is...
I don't know where Ryan is. He's decided to go completely incognito. But thank you, On.
Welcome.
Welcome? No, I'm not eating that. Ryan's like, okay, I'm just getting a beer. So over the course of 9 years, we've done this. We're going to do something special. We're not 100% sure. It was supposed to be a live watch along with Survivor Series, but somebody fucked that up. And somebody mean me, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
We will figure out something special to do.
I'll just take your money that day. That's no big deal.
Well, I'm certainly giving out enough. I'm doing a fucking $20 free roll right off the bat.
How would you do a $20 free roll right off the bat? We have enough players.
What's that?
We have enough players.
Yeah, and?
Okay. Come on, continue.
Only Fat Man would pitch about potentially free money. What the fuck? What an asshole. But, you know, we were two assholes with a $3 mic talking about wrestling, so that's us. So things that are coming up in the future with this, I keep saying this, but we are going to have new merch out soon. We're just trying to figure out the best way of doing it, and if we were going to continue with the Teespring store, which is no longer Teespring. But we'll talk about that down the line. Let's talk about Full Gear. After, so Fat Man's eating, what the hell is that?
Chicken.
From where?
Denny's.
Denny's chicken?
I potentially said Denny's because Denny's does not sponsor the show, you dumb fuck.
I'll just bleep it. It doesn't matter.
You're not going to bleep it. You don't enter the show anyway.
Wow.
Did any of you two watch the pre-show?
Oh, hell no.
Ryan? Ryan's dead. He froze. He's literally frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. You did watch it?
Yeah. It was all right. Like, not spectacular. It was the AEW Women's Division in a tag match.
Well, as you can tell, I cared very deeply about that.
Were there Asians in it?
I think there wasn't Cheeto in it?
Mm.
Yeah, Cheeto was in it.
Yes.
So,
So why didn't you care?
because it's,
Pretty show.
the pre-show.
Okay.
I never watched the pre-show. When's the last time you heard me watch the pre-show?
Show opens with MJF versus Darby Allin. Excuse me, went 22 minutes and 6 seconds. I don't know if Mountain Star ratings are out yet. I doubt it. But
They're not.
Ken gave this 4 1/4. Ryan.
After every match, I'm going to say the word, but it was a little bit too long. So I'll just say it now that every match was just a little bit too long in this whole card. This was a great fucking opener.
Cool.
I liked it. And I'm going to echo Ryan's sentiment about every single match on this card. You're absolutely right. A little bit too long. 4 1/4 is high though. I mean, I would give it 3 3/4, but it was still a great way to open the show. It was a hot match. I don't know. I just love MJF as a character so much. And he did so much great character work throughout the match that it felt right to me, but I don't know. It wasn't this super duper amazing match that a lot of people talked about.
I agree with your 3 3/4. This match sums up AEW in a nutshell. It was going really good with good psychology, and then they do dumb spots like MJF laying on the other side of the ring while Darby Allin goes up for the coffin drop. So what does MJF do? Rolls to the side that Darby Allin's on to the outside so he can do the coffin drop on the floor? Because
why not?
question mark. And then you would think that would win it, but no, Allen does it again, and then this time MJF counters because question mark.
Okay.
Then when MJF has the advantage, that's when Spear and Wardlow come out because again, question mark.
Gotta get him on the show, boy.
And why did MJF get the skateboard and give it to Allen and throw it to the ref? Yeah, I mean, it's going to show that MJF, outsmarted Darby Allin, but we already know that MJF rolling outside the ring made him look stupid anyway, so this spot was pointless. It was just convoluted.
I said this many years ago about MJF, and one of my only complaints about MJF in general is that he is too much of a heel, if that makes any sense. He's got to do every single possible heelish thing, which works in most cases, but it ends up with spots like that.
And by the way,
MJF is gold. MJF is money.
I'm not saying he isn't money, but I think that having him do spots like that while amps up the heel to 11 once again, it gets to be too much in a 22-minute match like this.
it was too convoluted. Shave 5 to 7 minutes off this, and you got a pretty good match in there.
I would go more than a pretty good match. I would say a fucking amazing match if you cut 6 minutes out.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
God damn it.
AEW Tag Team Championship, Lucha Bros defend against FTR. Match with 18 minutes and 36 seconds. Kent gave us 3 3/4. Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
Bro, I love tag team matches.
That's it? Cool.
No, this one was really good. It was better than the Dynamite one, for sure. I it was 100% think there's going to be a title versus title match going on. I think Sleazy chokingly agrees with me.
No, I absolutely 100% agree with you.
This blew their Dynamite match out of the water.
100% yes.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was.
Really? Okay, then their Dynamite match must not have been that good.
It wasn't. Honestly, it
This
wasn't.
match wasn't that good either.
It was good. It wasn't blow off your socks good, but it was good, I thought. I gave it 3.5 stars.
Overrated piece of shit.
Yeah. No.
It was an okay match for a house show.
Oh, no, dude.
Very disappointing. This match should have been amazing, but it was sloppy and stupid. The whole match, the ref didn't care about anything. They were just doing illegal moves, whatever. And then the finish comes with FTR puts on masks to do the old, we don't know which one is which, even though they don't look like each other and they have different tattoos and everything. So that didn't work out great. And even the announcers are like, that's the illegal man. It made your ref look fucking dumb as fuck.
You just love bagging on AEW refs.
But it's true.
I'm not saying it's not true. I just say you love doing it.
It's an ongoing problem they need to fucking fix because now your refs look absolutely fucking dumb as fuck. When the announcers are all like, that's the illegal man, and the refs like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Just keep doing what you want.
You know what I
And
think?
it's most egregious in tag matches.
Here's what I absolutely think. Call Danhausen. Danhausen's watching. Okay? Pipe him directly to the ref. Danhausen will tell the ref whether or not they're cheating.
Or the refs have mics in their ears anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't you have somebody who actually knows how to produce a wrestling show, not make the refs look like fucking garbage? Just that.
Well, they don't need the microphones for that. They just need to say, don't look like idiots.
Don't look like stupid.
But I don't know why you don't understand it. AEW doesn't believe in qualifications and shit like that. They don't really care. They never.
I know they don't care, and that's a problem.
But
It's stupid.
Bro, we go up and up and up here.
Yeah.
well, my point is not a problem because people are still watching it. They're going to continue to watch it because they like that.
Okay.
We'll
They
talk
like
about
the
that later.
controlled chaos that it causes.
Okay. I disagree with you, but
We'll talk about that because Punk said something recently about that, and I wanted to bring it up.
okay. Number one contendership match or tournament final or whatever it was. Daniel Bryanson versus George. 20 minutes and 6 seconds. Kane gave this 4 stars.
Wow. Okay.
I gave it 3.5. I thought it was really good. Again, too long. And the finish felt kind of flat to me.
I'd agree.
Like, I don't know.
You're not
Just-
used to him using a guillotine to win.
It just wasn't that. It was just like, yeah, you hit a DDT on the top rope and it's supposed to knock you out. But it felt like these matches, it's so weird to say for a 4-hour show that every match got at least 18 minutes or 15 minutes except one.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt rushed. It's like they were going around long and then all of a sudden like the finish just came out of nowhere.
It reminds me of an episode of Dark.
What was that, Ryan?
Because it had to, because they're given fucking freedom. And then the referee's one job is to tell them when to go to queue. And the ref gets in the queue to go home. So like, fuck, we got to go home.
That's literally their one job. They don't give a shit about anything else. Just go home.
No,
Why are they even there?
count to 3 count and call
Yeah.
for the bell on the submission.
If they don't care about the referees, just fucking have no refs. It's fine. It's fine.
They want them to go home so they can go home.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I gave this
What do you guys think of the
3.5, by
match?
the way.
3.5 also?
I thought the problem is that this wasn't their original plan. This was
No, God, no.
This has always been a plan since Crown Jewel, bro.
it was always the plan since
I had to get in.
Mox decided to get sober.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Wait.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on that, but
I know.
it destroyed what this was supposed
We
to
didn't
be.
mention it last week,
Oh yeah, we didn't, did we? Yeah.
and I didn't put it in my notes this week, but good for him for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a problem that really no one knew about either. So,
Which means he was really great at hiding it.
yeah.
I will say that because of that, this match was kind of thrown together, and well, I mean, it kind of screws up where they're going with Adam Page. Spoiler, of course.
Mhm.
But because I think Mox was supposed to win this match, I don't think Daniel was.
The rumor as my wrestling journalistic skills were about this week,
I hate you.
the rumors were that Mox was supposed to win and turn heel.
Yeah. And that makes
Whatever
sense.
heel turn in AEW was anything.
As long as he doesn't have a gas mask and says he stinks, I think we'll be good. Yeah, I really do believe that Mox was supposed to go over here in that respect. And that kind of gives credence to it. So they have a face top contender and a face champion who spent 2 years looking for a belt they finally got. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Why don't you just give it to
And
Maryland
now-
and keep the heel thing?
Mm-hmm.
I figure he's probably going to get the victory over Brian, and some heels coming out after the fact, and him and Brian are reluctant. Well, he's a dick. Cool. Let's kick that dick's ass.
Do the whole special guest turns into a tag match, or feature match turns
Yeah,
into a tag match.
Something foolish like that.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag matches.
God damn it.
Falls count anywhere. Young Bucks, Adam Cole versus Christian Cage and Jungle Express. 22 minutes and 35 seconds. Can't give this 4.5. Say what now?
This is not a tag match. This is a trio match.
I quit.
I quit too.
Oh, yeah.
This is over. 9 years. We've had a good run. Thank you guys so much for no, okay. I love this match. I really, really love this match for obvious reasons. I thought it was put together really well. I thought everything about it was it was not a traditional trios match, obviously, but it was also something that you were expecting, kind of, if that makes any sense.
I popped hard for them fucking thumbtack knees.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least they did it right this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And having Jungle Boy go over even on top of Christian just makes it all that much better. I thought that once again, it was a little too long. I think if they cut it back even like 3 or 4 minutes, it would have been better. But otherwise, I loved it.
Sorry, chewing. This is the one match where I didn't mind they go in like 23 minutes.
Really?
It didn't feel like it went 23 minutes. To me. I give it 4 stars. I thought it was a great brawl. It was very well booked, like you said, with Jungle Boy going over. I think that was the right call. Give him a rub. And hopefully they can push him to where they need to be. Because he's the one guy in that match besides Luchasaurus, which I don't think they're really going to do much with Luchasaurus. Because they've been kind of pushing Jungle Boy. He's the one guy in the match I think needed the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the one match where I'm like, AEW did a good job. Booking.
Here's a question for you. What do they do with Jungle Boy right now? Sammy Guevara's basically the face on the TNT title. And that's going to stay for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a huge face that just finally overcame the odds and won the AEW title.
That's another thing. I'll get to it at the end.
Okay.
I'll get to it at the end.
Okay.
Ryan, what'd you think?
I very much enjoyed the match again with the whole. It could have been shorter. I think like the long time of setting up each spot around the arena is kind of what dragged that match on. It's pretty fun.
All right. Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
God damn.
Malachi Black and Latin Flair versus Cody Rhodes and Pac.
Reba.
Pac. 16 minutes, 52 seconds. Ken gave this 3 1/4.
Cody Pac? Pac Cody?
Ken gave this 3 1/4.
Weirdest match.
It was not.
Ryan, talk about it.
I said this was the weirdest match of the evening. Like, just looking at all the people that was in it, and as the match was progressing, I was like, how the fuck does this combination make any sense at all?
I think that was what they were trying to go for,
It was intentional.
but it didn't come across great. Like, I think I gave this very generous 2 stars. I think I'd be generous at that.
You'd be correct, sir.
Just Cody Rhodes is trash. He's been trash for a while. I don't understand why anyone fucking likes him. That's why he's getting booed, because he's fucking terrible. Just fucking turn him heel, then he'll get cheered again. That's how that works, right? So, I mean, but...
That ref was trying to fuck on me.
And it went about 10 minutes too long at 16 minutes and 52 seconds. They could have gotten what they wanted to accomplish in 7 minutes.
Okay.
Just dumb. Okay, Sleazy, what'd you think of it?
It was a terrible match. It really was.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back, Sleazy.
It was a 1-star match. I thought that this was the strangest match out of the entire card.
This match needed to be... I'm sorry to interrupt. This match needed to be on this show.
No, it needed to be on Elevation.
There you go. Thank you.
It would have been a good main event on Elevation, because it was only meant to put together another tag match.
It was meant to put a feud between Pac and fucking Cody Rhodes together.
Yeah.
That's what it was meant for.
Yeah, but then you had FTR running in to jump the two of them. What? What? Why did we need this character work on a pay-per-view? We didn't. We absolutely didn't. So, yeah, and the actual match, I hated. So, fuck you guys.
Oh. I am highly offended and hope you elbow drop, miss the intended target, and land on a back full of Legos.
Wow.
Cool.
The
AEW
best
Women's
part is
Championship.
he froze up as that was happening.
You can't take Canadians seriously.
Yeah.
AEW Women's Championship, Dr. Britt Baker and DMD
Really?
as against Ty Conte. 15 minutes and 24 seconds. Ken gave this 3 1/4. Sleazy, you're the one who doesn't.
I think he's an underrating piece of shit. I thought this was one of the top matches of the night. Even though Tay didn't win, this was a star-making moment for her. I really do believe that they've got something really huge in her. And while, like I said, she didn't win this one, I could very much see her winning the title down the road. Like, within 6 months.
Think she's the next champ?
Ryan.
I don't think she's going to be the next champ.
I don't think so either. But I think whoever beats Britt will lose to Tay.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I don't know.
Sleazy, what'd you rate it?
I gave it 4 stars. Sorry. Did I even actually say that? 4 stars is
Maybe.
what
I was chewing. I'm done now. What an overrated piece of shit.
yeah, whatever.
I thought the effort was there, but again, too long. Britt kicking out of literally every big move Ty does made Ty look like a fucking goober. And then she wins with a roll up of death. So, cool. Awesome. I think you're 100% wrong about Ty Conte while I made her look like a star. Again, I think you made her look like a fucking goober. And I think she has star potential, but there's no way she's even sniffing that belt in the next 2 years.
Not with that stacked division.
Now with that stacked division, the way they just fucking booked her. Again, AEW booking.
Okay.
Yeah.
CM Punk versus the king of the 2-star match, Eddie Kingston. 11 minutes. Can't give this 4 stars.
Fat Man, what'd you give
Hold
it?
on. Yep. No, I was going to say, hold on. Let me fucking go first.
Would you rate it first?
Wrong kid died.
Yeah.
A win for Kingston over Punk means more than a win for Punk over Kingston. This match was intense. It went the right amount of time. It was well booked from a psychology standpoint. 3.5 stars.
That's almost 2 Eddie Kingston matches for you.
It is. It's an Eddie Kingston and a half.
Aw. I dare
It's an
say,
Eddie Kingston and a Baron Corbin match together.
well done, Sarah. Well done.
Eddie Corbin.
Eddie
Yeah,
Corbin.
I like that Kingston better.
Oh, by the way, going back to the Cody Rhodes match, Ron Kidd died on that one too.
I 100% agree.
Black and Latin Flair should have won that match.
100%
reason.
agree. It was all about the fucking post match, and it was
Yeah.
bullshit.
Okay, now let's get back to Punk and Kingston.
I'll go next, I guess. Obviously, this was one of my favorite matches. It wasn't the best match, but it was definitely my favorite match. There was a lot of heat on this up to this moment. They did a great job of putting the match together. I don't know if I really would have loved to see Kingston win. I really do. That being said, there was no way that Punk wasn't winning this. My only hope is that down the line, if and or when Punk does win the title, because he's CM fucking Punk and we need to put a title on him, I guess, Kingston beats him for it.
Winning the fucking.
I think it was done well enough that you could buy Kingston beating him. I think it's strange that this only went 11 minutes.
Shortest match of the night.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting, but otherwise, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I give it 3.5 stars though. Once again, I think it could have been better. I think, ironically enough, with more time, it would have been better.
It's the one match where I would say this needed more time. But again, I also put in my notes, I think it was the right amount of time because the match was just so intense
Yeah.
that, and the psychology was so good with them looking like they got the shit kicked out of them by each other
Yeah.
that it didn't matter. So, but again, this is the one match where like a little bit of time could do it wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan.
I'm with you absolutely on the Ron King died. But you know I'm not this fan of CM Punk anyway. And his comeback to AEW has been just Punk going to the big card because he's better than him. And I hate it because all the fans are pandering to this bullshit. Fuck CM Punk. I'm like Bobby Heenan and the Hulk Hogan when it comes to CM Punk. But everyone fuck CM Punk.
Wow.
I love Ryan. This is why I'm coming up there next Monday.
Oh boy. Oh baby. Make sure you.
Yeah, I'm raw dogging it.
Oh, this is OnlyFans content right here.
No lube. No lube. Raw dogging.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new OnlyFans.com/Sleazy and the Fat Man.
All he's doing is running through the main card because he's better than him. Fuck idiotic.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
Obviously not.
Minneapolis Street Fight. The Inner Circle versus Men of the Year and America's Top Team. 19 minutes, 52 seconds. Canton gave this 3 stars. A street fight on the same show as a False Count Anywhere match. Both multi-man matches. Multi-man tag matches.
Where they start in the ring like they're about to have a regular 10-man tag? Yeah.
But my thing is, so they have literally almost pretty much the same gimmick match. But you have this one started in the ring just to differentiate from one another. Why book 2 multi-man gimmick matches? Because it's AEW and they don't fucking.
Because you needed a Baron spot in there.
And I think this one fell flat because of it.
Really, it was.
There was. You honestly want to answer your question? There were different matches.
They were different matches, but the reality is that.
No, but the finish, they were different matches. One could only end in the ring. One could end anywhere. I'm right, you know, and that's why you hate me, but I'm right.
Isn't most street fights you can fight anywhere in the building in False Count Anywhere anyway? So aren't they the same fucking match? But not Minneapolis. So I guess in Minneapolis, because it's an AWA territory, it has to be in the ring.
Yeah, that's why there's no fucking top rope moves, damn it. Because they would have gotten disqualified otherwise.
That
The difference
wasn't the
between street
AWA.
fight- The difference between the street fight and the Falls Count Anywhere match is where the pinfall is.
It
Hey,
don't matter. They're the same fucking match. Fuck off. Anyway,
Sorry for dropping logic on you.
so the ref goes to. Okay, so I know Sleazy's going to take exception to what I'm going to say here, but I think it's stupid. The ref goes when Sammy Guevara does his Jeff Hardy spot. The ref really goes outside the ring to help pull the ladder. Okay, fine, but it's a multi-man match. Why didn't you have one of your teammates help you? And they didn't even hide it. She just walked right out and just held the ladder. Like, cool.
she's unbiased, but she wants to make people safe.
I'm just like, and then like 2 minutes later, they have a security guard do a spot, and I'm just like, I don't mind the spot. It's just like multi-man match. You're doing it just to do it.
It's a common thing.
It's stupid.
I let shit like that slide probably
It's a
more than I
shindy thing to
should.
do. I'm gonna try to get Shindy in once an episode after last week. It's a shindy thing to do.
Great. I will.
God.
I let shit like that pass because it's out of safety more than anything else. And one of the few things that I have ragged on AEW in the past is safety. So
No, I get it. Like I said,
Yeah.
like I know you're gonna take exception to me saying that,
Yeah.
but again, they easily could have Jack Hager, who was literally out the entire match. He had like one spot and then didn't do anything. Just wander over and hold the ladder.
just
Like
hold the ladder, motherfucker. That's all you're good for. What the fuck
right
did you
now,
do in
yeah, That's all he
Bellator?
had to fucking. That's all he had to do, and it just.
You fucking loser.
I was just like, I don't know. It just bothered me that like she just wandered out there and just how like most times they try to like they'll go up like don't do it, and they're holding the ladder. She just wanders out and just holds it. It's just like.
Hey, asshole, where's Dutch when you need him? This is how he gets to turn heel in AEW is he brings out Dutch and then goes towards fucking American Top Team.
I think this finish also fell
Speaking
flat.
wait a second. Why is Jake Hager not a part of American Top Team? Isn't that the most obvious fucking pairing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The MMA guys looked out of place, and you
'Cause
could
they were-
tell they really didn't know what they were doing.
They're just they were there to do random spots, and Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page were meant to be the ring generals of the match. And if you wanted to give them heat, that's the way to do it, I guess. But
Go ahead.
it's why we could have done this without that because they were kind of already associated with each other, so it didn't really need to be like this. But whatever.
The finish fell flat.
Yep.
I liked that he did the frog splash. It was the same city on the anniversary Eddie died, but it was already done in the tag title match. So you already saw it.
Yeah, but
So
it's
it's
Jericho
just like-
doing it. So, I mean, whatever.
I can do it. It don't matter. It's the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. They're not like. Again, it's just communication issues. Like
What,
I'm
you mean
glad
a
he
locker
did
room
it, but
doesn't fucking talk to each other?
I guess not, or they just don't care.
They don't care.
That's the thing.
They
just
don't care.
And it hurt. And again, to me, it hurt the match because we already saw it. And if that wasn't a finish in that match, why is it a finish here? Because he's doing it on some non-wrestler. Okay, cool, fine, I'll buy that. But whatever.
I mean,
I'm very, very grumpy, as you can tell,
I see that.
and I'm in pain, as you can tell. Also, I still gave it an okay match for a house show.
I think you're being generous.
Okay. I'm bitching about it, and you're just like, whatever. You're defending it more than I am. You're just like, that's a sleazy. Match is shit, fucking 4 stars. Match is trash. Or match is really good, fucking 2 stars. We know your star rating.
well, the
It's
thing,
opposite.
it's expectation. There was no expectation that this was going to be a good match because you've got 3 people in there that are not really wrestlers. So,
By the way, speaking of that,
yeah.
why didn't Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky go over in this match?
That's a really big question. I don't know.
Is it because Jericho wanted to wanted to add that as the ending spot for Eddie. Okay, cool. But
You didn't have to finish the match with it.
no. And also, there's another thing in news and rumors I want to talk about that I fucking laughed at.
Oh.
Actually, I'm going to talk about it now.
Okay.
Tony, the atmosphere in AEW is the morale's high because all the young stars that they are pushing are really coming into fruition now. Jericho went over. Punk went over. Well, Jungle Boy. Cody Rhodes went over. Britt Baker went over. Danielson and Mero, okay, fine.
Okay, you can't
Lucha
call.
Bros went over.
Wait a second, you can't call Britt Baker one of those established stars.
He's been there since the beginning, bro.
She's got maybe 3 years of ring experience.
That's fine. I just want to be an asshole.
I know. That's why I'm calling you out for being
but like
an asshole.
all the young stars they're putting over. I'm just like, huh?
Jericho's young in heart because he's a
It
lion.
was what,
heart.
like 94?
Yeah, but he's got a lion heart.
Doesn't mean the heart's young. He just had a heart transplant, took his heart out, and he took it from a lion and put it in. That's why he has a lion's heart. He killed Simba.
So now
took
he's
his heart.
Scar.
Yeah. No, Scar didn't kill Simba. He killed his dad.
I didn't
What's
watch
his
the
name?
sequel. Mustafa?
I don't fucking remember.
Mufasa. Mustafa.
Okay,
is
so
Ali.
what'd you give this?
It was a star and a half.
Star and a half?
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was meant to be a fucking schmoz from the get-go because you had a bunch of guys that weren't wrestlers in it. Spots were spots and whatever. Jericho
Right.
got his Eddie rub in.
Ryan feels the same way as Billy Gee.
Yay! Ryan has a lot of
Yeah,
anuses today.
Right? I always have a lot of English. There's not much I can say. So I like stuff. It went on too long. Like,
Yes, another match that went on too long.
100% agree.
All right. AEW World Championship. Fuck Kenny Omega. Defense against Adam Page. 25 minutes and 35 seconds. Meltzer, I'm sorry, John. I'm so sorry. Ken gave this 4.5 stars.
wow.
John's been a very overrating piece of shit on this fucking show.
So what
Okay.
did he say? The match was missing for 5 stars.
I don't know what he said. I didn't give it fucking nearly fucking 4.5. Not even close.
Ryan, do you believe this is a perfect match?
No, God, no. Fuck. My question was, what did he think was missing?
Okay. What'd you think, Ryan, though?
I mean, it was what I expected it to be, and I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. Like, if that makes any kind of sense.
So it was an okay match for a house show.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right, my notes, literally, first 3 words. Guess what they are?
Going in dry.
No, that's Monday. Slizzy.
Okay match for a house show? Oh, no, it's
No. Fuck Kenny Omega. The only man that could kill out a one-inning angel is Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega. I popped so hard for that. I was like, oh, yeah.
And of course, he had to get his shoulder up right after the 3 count, after a one-ringed angel and 2 buckshot lariats. Fuck you, Kenny Omega. Way to make Adam Page look strong after you lost the title, you fucking piece of shit. You piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, but you got to set up the fucking rematch, brother.
I don't give a shit. Fuck you. He Hogan'd him.
That was kind of my shot, but okay, whatever.
You could have
Oh,
stayed
what
down
you
for a
do, Scott?
fucking 3 and just fucking lay there instead of being like 1, 2. As soon as that third hand hit down, he fucking lifted his shoulder up. Fuck you.
So it was past 3 seconds. It was like 3.2.
It sucked. Fuck him. Fuck Kenny Omega. I gave it 3 stars. It was still a good match. But fuck Kenny Omega. Sleazy. Oh, and it went way too long, of course. 10 minutes too long.
I think, other than the obvious, Omega kicking out of his own One Wing Angel is fucking hilarious. That was one of the big things about this match was A, Adam Page was winning, and B, he was going to kick out the One Wing Angel, being the first person. Well, obviously that's not the case. The first person to kick out a One Wing Angel is fucking Kenny Omega. So fuck you.
Here's the thing. Adam Page won them their tag titles by doing the One-Winged Angel.
Yes.
So it has precedent that Page has won matches with it.
Yes. 100%.
So it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. You're not
The
getting
least
any
he could have done was put it. I would have bought Omega putting his foot on the rope, but of course he had to kick out strong to that. But of course, barely
Hey. He is one of the kings of strong style.
Fuck him.
Actually, my biggest complaint about the match didn't have that much to do with the actual match. It was having Matt Jackson come out at the end.
The Young Bucks?
Yeah. And just
Why?
basically...
That had to happen.
It had to happen. I didn't mind that, to be honest.
I felt like it took a little bit away from him actually winning. I really do believe so.
That 100% disagree. That added to him.
I don't think so.
I actually agree with Ryan on that.
Really?
One, yeah.
I thought just the opposite. I think it needed to... I think if it happened after the 3, it would have been okay for me. But I think having it before page 1 kind of... I don't know. It's just the feeling that the Bucks were just out there to get over a little bit more. If that makes any sense. And maybe...
if that happened after the 3, there would have been no consequence to the actions of punching him in the face or stopping him from doing the move because the match is already over. It had to happen before the 3 count. Because he warned them, you touch me, you're done. Right? Like...
I don't know. I don't know. It felt weird to me, I guess. I don't know. The actual match wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. I think they have a lot of stories to tell now from this, and I think it's finally time to get the belt off of Omega, because I can see so many different new possibilities with Page as champion and them working away with the Elite, because I can absolutely see Kenny turning on the Elite or the Elite turning on Kenny, which...
And make Page the heel? I don't think they're going to make Page the heel.
I don't think they'll make Page the heel. I think that they're just going to split up Omega with the rest of the Bucks and the rest, because you have a built-in story with Cole there where it looks like that Cole is now the new chosen one. If that makes any sense?
Well, with the Bucks coming out, that will make them look like Page is the new chosen one.
Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
No, it makes them feel like that Kenny's no longer their chosen one, which is why I feel like that it did a bit of a disservice to come out before the match was over.
No, you're wrong, bro.
Maybe I am, but that's what I think, though. And maybe I'm misreading all that. Maybe it's just, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. They're going with it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just full of shit and I don't watch enough AEW. I don't watch enough BTE to know. I don't know. But that's how it feels to me.
So there have been, on the 9 matches on this card, only 2 faces went over, or 2 heels went over.
Mm-hmm.
MJF and then Britt Baker. That's it.
Everybody else was a face that went over.
Everyone else was a face.
Mm-hmm.
And say hello to your top heels, everyone.
Your top heels are
Britt Baker and MJF.
Yeah. And they're both Britt Baker's women's division. Okay, fine. MJF's in the mid card. They're not going to push him to face Page, I don't think.
No, you don't think?
You'd be stupid not to.
You have to. At some point, you have to push him. But right now, I think they're focused on what, instead of it, obviously, it's Danielson versus, but again, it doesn't say when he gets the title shot. It just says he gets a future title shot.
They'll probably hold on to it for a while because there's no reason not to.
they'll probably do it like on a Dynamite, the first Dynamite on TBS.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're probably going to do it. Overall thoughts on the show? I thought it was a good show. Not great. People are going to overhype it as the best thing ever when it's not. It was very watchable. Way too long.
I disagree with people overhyping this. I feel like that there was no way it was going to beat All Out, and they shouldn't have even tried. But they managed to get a decent show anyway. If that makes any sense.
No, I'm talking about people are going to think this show is absolutely great when it's not.
I don't think so. I think they're going to say it's going to be pretty good. And I don't see people just jumping up and down about that. I guess. I don't know. But hasn't been the first time I've been wrong.
It won't be the last. You've been wrong several times on the show already, so it don't matter. Ryan, I know you've been holding on. Oh, wait, what do you think of the show first?
Great. Decent pay-per-view. Good little AEW show. Little long.
Yeah, Tony Khan did come out and say that, excuse me, that he's going to stick to 4-hour pay-per-views. I'm like, wow.
Because he's got a roster the size of fucking New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. I got PTSD now because you said New Orleans.
I couldn't think of another city. That was the first.
New York City?
I know. That's what makes it so funny.
You fucking piece of shit.
I know. Isn't it great?
We'll be right back after this. So Ryan has been holding on to this piece of paper for fucking like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And he really wants to do some Survivor Series trivia.
It's only been a week.
He was putting you
3
over,
weeks,
man.
3 weeks Canadian time, okay?
And it don't have to be, some of these can be trivia, some of these are just cool fucking facts and statistics about Survivor Series, which will be technically, if you're listening to it, air tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's like you know.
Holy shit, right? Okay. The shortest match in Survivor Series history that is a Survivor Series match.
An actual Survivor Series match?
The elimination match, yeah.
It's a Divas match. I don't remember what fucking year, though.
20.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
You're wrong.
Oh, wow. 99. Was it 99?
It was.
Okay.
Was it?
Yep.
Because I'm thinking, I'm like, it's either Divas match, because I remember that they had a shit ton of Survivor Series matches in 99, and they were all like 9 minutes or something like that.
Oh, this one was the Big Boss Man, Midian, Albert, and Viscera.
Oh, yeah, versus the Big Show.
Four
And just,
out of one elimination match.
Yes.
It was a minute and 27 seconds long.
that's right.
Wow.
I remember that now.
The longest match, that is a Survivor Series elimination match, guess is
The 20 man.
2001?
wrong.
Not 2001? Then 2015? 14?
No,
14.
no. The 2016 one, the Raw versus SmackDown men's.
Oh,
Really?
Jesus.
Yeah. 52 minutes and 55 seconds.
Damn, I didn't realize we were that long.
Holy shit.
There have only been, or the English term, there's been multiple winners of the Survivor Series, but only 3 men have won it 4 or more times that they've been on the team when the team has won and not eliminated.
Orton.
Orton is 1. He has 5.
Hogan.
Hogan is 2. He has 4.
Cena.
Cena is incorrect.
Okay, that makes sense because he's probably been champion them most of those times.
Triple
I want to
H.
say Dolph Ziggler. I don't know why.
No.
Okay.
Is it Doink?
No, it's the Ultimate Warrior. Also has won 4 different.
Really?
He has been a winner that's not been
4?
eliminated. 4. Now there has been 4, 5, 6, 7 people that have been a sole survivor, the last member standing of their team, multiple times at Survivor Series.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton has done it 3 times
Wow.
from 2003 to 2005 in back-to-back years. The 2005 edition was the year he replaced Eddie Guerrero.
Guerrero. Yep.
Hogan.
Soul Survivor. No. He froze, Ryan.
Flair Hogan did it 2 years in a row. 89.
What?
What?
We lost you for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard someone say Hogan. Hogan is right.
Okay. Damn. I thought-
Yeah. Always say Hogan with this shit.
89 and what?
1989 and 1990, Hogan was the sole survivor.
Oh, okay.
Was Ultimate Warrior one?
So we got yes, he is.
Yes.
1988, 1989, and 1990, he was the sole survivor in the Survivor Series. All four of Ultimate Warrior's victories come from those three pay-per-views. Because 1 year they did the...
I mean, 90. They did that. Yeah.
The Sole Survivor went on to the main one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. I wish they'd do that more.
So we got
So
three
7
names-
people?
Yeah, and 3 names are gone. 4 people left.
Is it Hawk and Animal?
No, they won. They were sole survivor on one of them, but these people have had multiple.
Oh.
Hmm.
Slaughter.
4 names left. Slaughter is incorrect.
I'm just trying to think of older ones that.
You kind of said one earlier. Dolph Ziggler did it in 2012 and 2014.
I was
Really?
going to say Ziggler, too. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm like, Ziggler, but I remember 15. I don't remember 12. Yeah.
So he was a heel that year. Another interesting one. Looks like the longest time in between sole survivors.
Wait, hold on. Oh, you fucker. I was going to say.
Flair did it in 91 and then did it again in 2006.
Was Kane one of them?
No, but the 2 left are cousins.
The Rock,
And Reigns?
He's one.
And Reigns?
Roman.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only ever been 5 women to be a sole survivor.
Oh, Jesus. Flair.
Incorrect.
Really? Flair's never been a sole survivor?
Natasha.
Natty Neidhart is what she said.
Natty has won multiple Survivor Series matches, but has never been a sole survivor.
Really? Wow. Alicia Fox.
Oh, wow. I think she's won 1 or 2, but not a sole survivor.
She's won one. I know, but I don't know if she was sole survivor then.
Trish.
Trish hasn't either. Trish is negative.
Wow.
I don't want to pronounce it wrong. It's Aja Khan.
Oh, way back.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Aja Khan, yeah.
1999 Aja Khan. The next one was Beth Phoenix, 2008.
Wow.
Asuka in 2017.
You'd think I would know that one.
In 2020.
God damn.
There has been there's a 4-way tie for the most eliminations in a single Survivor Series matchup. Who are they?
Braun Strowman's
Reigns.
one.
Reigns, what?
I said Braun Strowman, and Fat Man said Reigns.
You're both correct. That's 2.
Yeah. Kane?
Shawn Michaels.
No. And no.
Okay.
Aja Khan
Of course.
and Sasha Banks in 2019.
Wow.
Thanks.
They look for
Sasha. Gotta get my shit in.
2019 had that
Push yours in.
5 see?
Oh.
There's only ever been 9 teams to clean sweep it. I'm not really going to ask you all the people. Ooh, I did write down their team names if they had a team name, so I'll just read them out.
Okay.
The Visionaries in 1990.
Yep.
They didn't have a team name, but Half Sergeant Jargon, Sex Potter, Texas Tornado, and Tito Santana in 91.
That's a who's who of
93.
hardcore baby faces.
Yeah, Sleazy and his band, the Misfits, in 1994. The Dark Side, the Big Show as a single entity in 1999. DX, Punk, and the Hardys in 2006.
Yep.
Team Natty in 2014, and Team Raw in 2020.
Wow.
And the last cool thing I wrote down is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different variants of elimination matches they have had that have been Survivor Series matches in the history of Survivor Series.
Say that again?
There has been 12 different variants of Survivor Series matches in the illustrious history of Survivor Series. There
Elimination
has
Chamber.
only ever been one. No, but what I mean is Big Show versus Bossman Midi and Albert and Bishop was a 4-on-1
Yeah, gotcha.
Survivor Series
Yep.
elimination match, right?
They're
Mhm.
billed as
That would be-
Survivor Series matches.
Yeah, there was these matches all paired 4 versus 1, 5 versus 4, 5 versus 3, 3 versus 3, 7 versus 7, and a men's and women's 5 versus 5 versus 5, which is the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
See, yep.
There has been 2 women's 4 versus 4. There's been 4 men's tag team, which is 5 teams versus 5 teams, which is 10-on-10,
Too many people.
right?
Yeah.
There's been 5 women's 5-on-5. There's been, and this is accounted for the matches that are coming up for Survivor Series tomorrow. There's been 30 men's 5 versus 5 matches, and there's been 39 men's 4 versus 4.
So here's the main question. Which do you like the most?
5-on-5.
5-on-5?
5-on-5.
I enjoyed the Raw versus NXT. Yes, it was 5 versus 5 versus 5, but the 5 versus 5. 5 is the proper number for Survivor Series.
I agree. I like the three-way, which is strange for me to say, but I thought it was different and new for the concept of Survivor Series, and it was needed at that point. I wish they'd do more of it.
5 versus 5 versus 5. Way to book 15 people in a match.
hmm
Are you happy now, Ryan, that you got your little Survivor
am.
Series stuff?
He got his shit in, okay?
He got his
I
shit.
am. I like that. I like that, especially with big events coming up. I think it's cool.
Okay. Now let's talk about news and rumors real quick. I don't got much. Tony Khan reportedly stopped Daniel Bryanson from working a recent indie event. Danielson reportedly approached Khan and asked if he could work a recent indie that was held in a market AEW was interested in but had not ran yet. According to
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
notes that Khan asked Danielson to not work in that market until after AEW debuted there.
Was it Aberdeen, Washington?
I have no clue. Danielson's 3-year AEW contract allows him to take bookings in Mexico or Japan if he wants, but AEW has priority on any dates and must approve the booking.
Which makes sense. I mean,
It does. But I think it's stupid that you're going to have or not allow Danielson to work an indie show when AEW has been in that market. That's dumb. Wouldn't that only just further AEW star Bryan Danielson? Is it when they come into town they see him again? I don't know. Maybe I'm backwards. On
it's
that.
it's a promotional thing. I mean, you want to be able to say for the first time ever in so and so AEW star Bryan Danielson is here with AEW. Blah, 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 you know, it's semantics. It's
First time in 7 hours.
yeah.
Okay.
I get it. Does it matter? Probably not, but I get it.
So apparently Eddie Kingston and Malachi Black were injured at Full Gear and were pulled from the big event New York convention due to said injuries. I didn't see where Black was hurt, and they said that Kingston's been nursing a shoulder injury for some time and he just wanted to heal up.
Do you blame him?
I don't blame him, but the Black thing is interesting because I didn't see him get hurt.
I didn't see him get hurt either.
So that, and it kind of put the Danielson bookings together with that thing, just be like, maybe there's something there.
I don't.
But they already been in the New York market.
Yeah,
so,
they were at Arthur Ashe. So
well, that doesn't mean that they can't just not remember all their bookings go through AEW.
that's true, but to pull somebody due to injury would be really shady when they weren't really injured. You know what I mean? That doesn't track.
It's something that a shindy company would do.
Okay, get your shit in and get the fuck out, okay?
Alexa. I haven't said that in a while. Alexa. Somebody get my shit in. I'll push hers in too. Volta is open to Huh?
You're dancing.
Why?
Stool pushing is definitely a trigger.
What? What's a trigger?
Nothing.
It's a V trigger. It's
I didn't hear what he said. That's why I'm like, what? Huh?
I said the same you push somebody's stool is a trigger.
I'm going to push yours in Monday.
wow.
According to...
I feel attacked.
There's too
Oh
much
my
sexual
God.
tension on this fucking show, you guys. Seriously. Fuck or not. Get it over with.
According to Mike Johnson, Walter is possibly moved to the United States. Over the last year, we were told that there have been changes in Walter's personal life that has led him to be more open to move to the States. It hasn't happened, but the belief is that more and more likely to happen than it would have a few years ago. Walter is said to be getting a divorce, is now dating NXT UK star Ginny. The couple have been public about this on their social media accounts.
Jimmy's coming over too.
That's funny because I saw it and I didn't think much of it because I do actually follow Walter on Instagram. I didn't even think about it. I forgot that he was getting divorced. Wow. Oh my good. Oh,
What?
the matchups
wants-
he could have right now. Yeah, I'm in.
Slizzy just
Walter Sheamus, Walter Cesaro,
they already had it.
Walter. Yeah, I know it, but it was a live show. I'm
know.
talking TV. Walter Drew McIntyre,
Ooh.
Walter
Roman
Bobby
Reigns.
Lashley,
Roman Reigns,
Roman Reigns.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I
Speaking
just
about
came
pushing
in my
shit in.
pants.
Speaking about pushing shit in, Slizzy just.
I just came in my pants.
So Tony Khan was asked about if he would do a all women's pay-per-view. This is what he said.
Oh.
I don't feel like I get enough credit for what I did for the NWA show. Talk about empowered. Because a good number of people that were on the NWA show were wrestlers that I sent and paid. So I do think I contributed because the highest paid wrestlers on that show were people that I paid separately from what were already made in AEW to go on that show. I don't think they did a very good job telling people that, honestly. Even though it wasn't part of the deal we did, I wish they had told more people that, because it was one of the points I made when we closed it. I think it would be nice if you told people, because it's a big contribution from me. Does that make sense? So I pay the wrestlers for the event. So yeah, it's kind of like when you pay for dinner and nobody says thank you. The AW regulars who worked on Empower were Liana Hirsch, Kaylin King, Red Velvet, and Dynamite. Kiera Hogan also worked the show, but that was before she signed with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his response to, will you be doing an all-women's pay-per-view?
Yeah.
He recently went and said he privately apologized to the person who did the interview with, which was a female, I do believe. But that's all he did.
I have nothing to say to that. I really don't, because what the fuck is that kind of response?
Douchebag.
Yeah.
It's a douchebag response. It absolutely is a douchebag response.
Like,
Do it or don't. Don't sit there and complain about it after the fact.
it sounds like it's a shindy thing to do. No, I'm sorry. That's actually
God
a carny thing.
fucking damn it.
It's a carny thing to do,
Thank
not a
you.
shindy thing to do.
It is a
I'm
carny
sorry,
thing to
Sleaze.
do. You know my love for fucking carnies around here.
I read it in the go. I'm going to tell my kids this was Vince Russo and Jeff Jarrett, and it was Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes.
So this next thing, I think, is 100% bullshit, but I have to read it just to piss Sleazy off.
God damn it. You got, yeah, fuck you. Just fuck you.
According to...
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
He indicates that WWE talents are underpaid as only around 8% of WWE's total revenue is paid to the wrestlers. It was noted that Brock Lesnar and WWE Universal Champion were believed to be the only wrestlers making $5 million per year, while a few others were making just less than $5 million per year. The salary date is apparently based off of the 2020 Forbes article that used various sources to estimate the top 10 wrestler salaries. That's an estimate, which includes downside guarantees or base income along with additional payouts for while-performing events or merchandise sales. Meltzer believes that Vince McMahon thinks wrestlers on his company are overpaid.
Wait, Meltzer believes this? Meltzer believes that
Vince McMahon believes that wrestlers are overpaid. He's literally talking about this on his radio show, that he speculates Vince McMahon thinks that his wrestlers that he agrees to, their salaries are overpaid. It is noted that Vince's opinion on talent pay was just speculation on Meltzer's part.
Shock.
I had to read it because I thought it was so fucking ridiculous.
I don't know what to say to that.
That's 2 in a row. I'm going to be on a roll. How ridiculous is it that Meltzer has nothing else to talk about instead of being, well, I speculate that Vince thinks that his wrestlers are overpaid, even though he meets with them before he signs them and has to agree upon their salary.
Well, here's the other thing is that we're talking about downside guarantees, I assume, because otherwise he really doesn't have any basis on that. And the fact that they're being paid as independent contractors. So while, let's say, a wrestler's making $100,000, they're not actually making $100,000. They're making way less. And usually guys that go into the business, if they're not smart about it, start looking at their tax bills at the end of the year going, oh shit. So to say that is kind of very strange.
Well, these numbers are from their public knowledge, what these numbers that these wrestlers are made. So maybe their downside, maybe they made $5 million a year, but their downside is only like $1 million.
Well, that's the thing is that you can't, the speculation of how much money they actually got wouldn't be public knowledge, because all that WWE has to do is say, we spent X amount of money towards royalties for t-shirts. They don't have to say to whom. They can promote it on their own if they want to, but they don't have to.
Right. But still, I just think it was ridiculous. And Meltzer,
it's
had to be fucking.
He's full of shit.
Had to go Meltzer.
Yeah, he's full of shit. Everyone knows it.
Speaking of independent contractors, talk about Keith Lee.
Former WWE superstar Keith Lee.
Lee took to Twitter on November 8th and issued a statement on his WWE release, which was announced with 17 other wrestlers, including his fiancée, Mia Yim. Lee mentioned how he paid all his medical bills from many different offices and machines he frequented when he was away for 6 months due to an issue with his heart. WWE released a statement. Keith Lee's recent comments implying WWE failed to pay his medical bills are erroneous. WWE has an extensive healthcare program for the medical care of its in-ring performers, and Mr. Lee was part of this program while with the company. Should Mr. Lee have any concerns over the payment of medical bills, he is welcome to address them with us.
Cool.
So I just want to be like, we all know that, yes, independent contractors, medical bills, but WWE take care of their wrestlers, especially if they're hurt and they're under contract.
Right.
So I think Keith Lee has yet to comment on WWE's comment. So I think WWE was just like, in the nicest way possible, fuck you.
I will give them both a pass in this respect, because if Lee felt like the heart issue wasn't a wrestling related injury, it's possible that he thought he was on the hook for it no matter what, and didn't actually ask WWE to pay for it.
Okay.
So he may have been saying that, which is true, that he paid for it. WWE didn't pay for it, but he also may have been incorrect in saying that WWE would have reimbursed him.
Okay.
You see what I mean? And
Right.
if Keith wasn't going to ask about it, then WWE's not going to fucking...
But wasn't it due to a test that they took that from WWE that he found out about this heart condition?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that it was a wrestling-related injury.
It doesn't. So neither was cancer, and I guarantee you they helped Roman Reigns out.
You don't know that for sure. A, because of the fact that he's a fucking annoyed. So of course they're going to help out their top fucking star, but that's neither here nor there, because in theory that would be private information between WWE and Joe.
Right.
So
No, you're right.
I don't want to.
So this is also private information between Keith Lee and WWE that Keith Lee put out to smear WWE. And also, by the way, I am going to sound like an asshole here. Isn't Keith Lee the one that got his ring attire and never paid for it from a company? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
So he's a good one to fucking talk.
And
At me, bros. I don't care.
There's a lot of weird shit that surrounded that.
He got merchandise made and never paid for it. That's what happened. There's not weird shit about it.
There was a lot more to that story than what was originally said.
That's it.
And that's not, well, I can't comment on it. Because
it was a UK company. Why?
It's because of what I'd heard about it, and where I got the information from is, yeah, I can't say.
You got it from Russo. He's your best friend.
Yes, I've been jacking off Russo for extra information so I can become a real journalist.
Yeah, like Buck.
Pinkies up when you jack off. Okay.
One of us.
According to
Wade Keller.
Fuck
Dave Meltzer.
One top wrestler who was not vaccinated was told that if they didn't get vaccinated, you would be less valuable to the company due to not being able to go on overseas tours. That makes sense to me.
Yep.
It's believed that at least 4 of the wrestlers released on November 4th were cut due to being unvaccinated. Meltzer added that there are all kinds of issues because of the political implications, and all the wrestlers were told that they were being let go due to budget cuts. So again, Meltzer was like, it's believed that at least 4.
There's a lot of hedging going on there.
Of course.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if they said it that way so they wouldn't get sued later.
What, the budget cuts?
Yeah. Oh, you're being released due to budget cuts.
They probably did say it.
Mm-hmm.
They probably said it was, I guarantee you that's what they said. And I guarantee you those people, at least 4 people went to Meltzer and saying, well, I'm not vaccinated. That's why they cut me. Mm-hmm. Even though that's not what they told them.
Right.
And again, I don't blame WWE for that.
I agree with that. I think that they should have outright told them, though.
Right.
From a legal perspective, I understand why they did it that way, but I would have been right in their face and said, no, you're not vaccinated. We are a touring company that goes worldwide.
You're putting wrestlers, your fellow coworkers, crew members, office people, and fans in danger.
Even if you don't want to say that, you could just simply say, regulations require you to be vaccinated when you go overseas and to a lot of different venues that we're trying to tour to. You can't go to those. You're useless to us. You're fired.
New York.
New York is a big one.
Massachusetts. Boston's in Massachusetts. Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Big wrestling towns.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
California.
Mm-hmm. Well, eventually it's going to be the entire state or the entire country.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when and how they go about implementing it. Okay. And how many lawsuits happen afterwards. Because you know it's happening.
Speaking of wrestlers who release, many people in WWE feel that Nia Jax's release was I can't read my own goddamn handwriting.
Wake up call, probably.
Was a long time coming.
Oh, really?
Based upon her work rate, her backstage attitude, and how she injured so many other female talent.
She killed Kairi Sane, damn it.
you still bitching about that?
Yes, I will always
If
complain
Kyrie
about that.
Sane wasn't Asian, he wouldn't care.
Exactly.
One more. Jim Ross might have to take some time off due to deal with his health issues, namely cancer. He finds out results on the 22nd, which will be Monday. So next show, we will give you an update on Jim Ross, if he needs to take time away or not.
I hope not, but no matter what happens, I hope he gets better. I hope he becomes cancer free.
Yes.
That it, folks?
And that is it.
Ryan
Yo,
Twatter.
Ryan Buck 85.
I am at TWS Sleazy,
EWS Fat Man.
and the show is at fuck, I'm going to change that eventually, so I don't have to fucking do this. It's at Sleazy Fat Man on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/sleazyfatman. You can find us on OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/sleazyfatman.
Ryan and I will be going live Monday night.
Yeah, boy. We will have royalty-free music while Fat Man and Ryan bear it all. Okay, cool. You can find our show as well as everybody else's show as part of the Gear Network at gearnetwork.com. Oh my God. What the fuck? I'm too busy thinking about
And we
Ryan
take this.
and
Oh, you're busy thinking about us, huh?
yeah, I'm too busy thinking about, yeah. I love how you assume that you're going to be doing certain
I remember the
acts.
last words Ryan said to me. He said, "You can't fit it all in your mouth." And the last word he said to me were,
You can find our show wherever you get your favorite podcasts every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. This is a fucking train wreck. Why the fuck do we still do 9 fucking years of this shit? So, with thanks to Ryan and as always for Sleazy,
for the Fat Man.
this is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Kenny Omega. Fuck Nick Gage. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Hot dogs on a sandwich. And Ryan. Be prepared.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm a world gone sad.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.